Today we will discuss on Sloka 15. Panchakoshaadiyogena tattanmaya iva sthitaha
There's no sound.
Panchakoshaadiyogena tattanmaya iva sthitaha. Am I not audible?
Yes, yes, perfectly audible.
Yes, Amma, you have the network problem. Okay, again I'm starting. Sloka 15, Atmabodha. Panchakoshaadiyogena तत्तन्मय इव स्थितः शुद्धात्मा नीलवस्त्रादि योगेन स्फटिको यथा. Neelavastradi yogena is one word. That is why I did not split it. Once again. Panchakoshadi yogena तन्मय इव स्थितः शुद्धात्मा नीलवस्त्रादियोगेन स्फटिको यथा. So, what is the Anvaya? Who writes, please write it. Shuddhatma Panchakoshadi Yogena Tat Tanmayaha Iva Sthitaha. Shuddhatma Panchakoshadi Yogena Tat Tanmayaha Iva Sthitaha. नीलवस्त्रादि योगेन यथा स्फटिकः. Within bracket you can write tat tanmayah tishtati. Tat tanmayah tishtati. Now the word for word meaning. So what does it mean? Now in the identifications with the five sheaths, the immaculate Atma appears to have borrowed their qualities upon itself, as in the case of crystal, which appears blue or yellow depending upon the color of the cloth in its vicinity. So what's the meaning? Panchakoshadi yogena. By identification with the five shades or so on. Tat, that, tanmaya, identical with that. In our Bengali or Sanskrit और हिंदी नाम है ना तन्मय बोलते हैं. तत्मय, identical with that. With what? Now suppose one painter as well as a devoted painter, dedicated painter, whose lord is painting only. When he or she paints, he or she becomes tanmayaha, identical with that painting, with that artwork. become one. That is called Tatmaya or Tanmaya. In, if you split, it is Tatmaya. If you join them, the Ta becomes Na, Tanmaya. Eva, like, Sthitaha, appears. Shuddhatma, the pure self. Neelavastradi yogena, associated with blue garment, and so on. Sphatikaha, crystal, yatha, just as. Now it's clear to you. So in the identifications with the five shades, the immaculate Atma appears to have borrowed their qualities upon itself. As in the case of crystal, which appears blue or yellow depending upon the color of the cloth in its vicinity. If there is any crystal and in the back side there is any flower also, purple, blue, green, it appears as if the crystal is blue, crystal is green. But there is no connection with the crystal and the blue color. So likewise, Atma is ever pure, unattached, untouched, ever pure. But as if it looks as confined with this body, mind, and intellect. How? With the false identification with the unreal thing. Here we are given an answer as to how the perfect, the immaculate self happens to be contaminated by the impure and the imperfect. The self is ever pure and the same everywhere, and it is never contaminated by the finite objects of creation or by the different layers of matter, which are the products of the non-apprehensions of the truth. However, when life is expressed through the mind and the sense organs, we seem to wrongly imagine that this unchanging supreme, because of its association with the imperfect objects and due to the conditionings or upadhis, gathers to itself the stink of the five shades. You know, the Panchakosha Vichara we have seen. Five shades means the personality of an individual is analyzed into five layers on the basis of their distinct functions, and these are known as the Panchakosha or the five shades. What are they? They are Annamaya Kosha, food seed; Pranamaya Kosha, vital air seed; Manomaya Kosha, mental seed; Vijnanamaya Kosha, intellectual seed; and Anandamaya Kosha, bliss seed. So, the thing is, the venom of the superimposed serpent cannot poison the rope. its substratum. Rope means its substratum. The blood of the lips of the ghost can never leave any stain upon the innocent post, light post. In the dark, semi-dark condition, we are afraid, in India, plantain is there, banana plant. And Indian style, women's style is always wearing a shadi and covering his head. Nowadays it's obsolete almost. But in my childhood also I have seen that women are with the well. Was it good or bad? I am not coming into that point. The point it was like that. So in the semi-dark condition, if anyone used to see the shadow of that plantain, it looks someone is, some women ghost is standing and hanging. So likewise, the ghost in the post we see sometimes. So if there is, we see the ghost with the blood, it can't contaminate the original post. Clear? So here a clear glass tumbler seems to take up the color of the tablecloth on which it happens to stand. Similarly, because of the seeming identification and association of the pure self with the five shades expressing itself in and through them, we mistakenly identify the five shades as our true nature. So what are the five shades? I told that the gross physical structure or the anatomical, which is called Annamaya. It is anatomical. The five air shade, the physiological Pranamaya. The mental shade, the psychological Manomaya. The intellectual shade, Vijnanamaya. And the bliss shade, that is Anandamaya. Okay. So Atma is ever untouched by the limiting adjunct or upadhi, even not affected or affected. Atma is ever pure, Shuddha. So, yogena, yog here means association. By the identification with the sheep. So, not only Panchakosha, it is Shastra says Panchakosha or five sheets. We have many sheets. We think this is my shirt, my mala, my cot, my room, my house, my mobile phone, my laptop. All are sheets, kosha. So, kosha means covering, as if it covers the Atma. So, the thing is, if we say that Krishna is wise as Vasudeva. Means not only Krishna is wise, Vasudeva is also wise. Okay, the example here we put, it's like that. So the thing is, the modification happens in other place, but as if we see the Atma is modified. Like, suppose the back curtain is folded and in between crystal is there, we see the crystal is folded as if. So through Vivek and Vairagya, firm conviction comes. From right knowledge, right discrimination, right dispassion, all such conviction come. Shastra says the nature of Atma. So my focus should be knowing that nature. That is why two things are required: purity of mind and clarity of knowledge. For any sadhana, mainly our jnana sadhana, two things are very, very important. That is purity of mind and clarity of knowledge. Yasya nasti swayam prajna shastram tasya karoti kim lochanabhyam vihinam yasya darpanam tasya karoti kim. स्वयं प्रज्ञा जिनकी नहीं है, यस्य नास्ति स्वयं prajna, who doesn't have that desire or intensity to know, who doesn't have that basic knowledge, who is very gross, Shastra can't help that person. Shastra is for the subtle, that the basic thing, Gudha Rahasya of the Shastra for the subtle mind, means pure mind. For grossification, for gross mind, Shastra always refers to karma, karma yoga. Do havan, puja, pat, guru seva, ashram seva, all such physical things. By doing that in Ishvara Arpita Buddhi, with a surrendering mind when we serve our guru or ashram, we understand or our mind gets purer. Then Shastra starts working. What is the example? Who doesn't have vision? What is the use of mirror for this person? Who doesn't have mirror, who doesn't have eyes or vision, there is no requirement of mirror. Likewise, who doesn't have स्वयं प्रज्ञा, शास्त्र उनके काम पर नहीं आता. The pure mind allows me to go to Guru. Pure mind will allow me to listen to him. Otherwise, if you go anywhere else, or if you, they are ready to speak only, not ready to listen. Always talking. They must have to tell anything else. They are not ready to listen. They have gathered so many experiences and everything else. Always they want to propagate it. Even in front of the teacher also, they are very much eager to tell. If anything else comes from the teacher's mouth, they then and there relate with their experience and eager to tell. This is because of the restless mind, which is called impure mind. Whenever the mind gets pure, that mind allows us to sit under the feet of Guru and allows us to listen to Guru. And pure knowledge says that I am Sukha Swarup, I am in the nature of happiness. I have no bondage. Bondage means a wrong notion about myself, about Atma. Atma has no attribute. All attributes are in Anatma. Honor, dishonor, insulting, praising, everything goes for Anatma, not Atma. I am infinite. Everything apart from myself, whatever comes, that is Anatma. All praisings, all glory, all insulting, everything for the Anatma, not for the Atma. In life, past is waste paper. Present is like newspaper. And future is like a question paper. In life, past is like waste paper. Present is like newspaper. And future is like a question paper. If you don't think about it, the life will be a tissue paper. If you don't think about it, the life will be like tissue paper. Brahman alone appears as world by the help of Maya. Atma Anatma Vivek is the first step of Vedanta. Discrimination between Atma and Anatma is the first step of Vedanta. Then Mithatva, knowing the unreality of Anatma, is the second step. And that is Advait Vedanta. That is Advait Vedanta. Up to that today. Hari Om Tat Sat.